I'm Peter Sidwell, and today's recipe is a beautiful fillet of salmon with a chimichurri salsa. So, first thing we need to do is get red onion peeled, sliced and diced really finely, and do the same with the red chilli. Now, take your pestle and mortar. I'm using World of Flavours Granite pestle and mortar. It's really shallow. I love it because you can see everything that's going on. You've got loads of surface area. You can just make amazing sauces, salsas, guacamole. It's a definite must in my kitchen. So in with your garlic, pound that. Really get a nice smooth paste. You want this garlic to just dissolve into the chimichurri. Add in a little olive oil and continue to grind it until it kind of loosens it out into a smooth puree. In with your chopped, diced red onions. Then in with your red chilli. Give that a mix around, just get all the flavours working together. Now, red wine vinegar into your chimichurri gives an incredible balance, and then the acidity cuts through the richness of what you're eating it with. Now, I'm using red wine vinegar today. You could use white wine vinegar. You could use distilled vinegar if you want. I wouldn't use balsamic vinegar because it won't sort of give you that clean, fresh burst of acidity. It'll be a bit rich. Once you've added your vinegar, take your flat leaf parsley. So pull it straight off the plant if it's growing. Take the stalks away, roll it up. I'm using my Edgekeeper knife because every time I take it out, it sharpens in the sheath. Every time I put it back, it sharpens. It is an absolute must for any home kitchen. Chop your flat leaf parsley as finely as possible and add it to your pestle and mortar. Keep all the flavour in there. I actually serve my chimichurri in the pestle and mortar on the table because it's just such a nice looking piece of kit. So in with your parsley, give it a stir around, a little bit more olive oil just to loosen it all out and kind of make a sauce, okay? Once you've done that, there's one most important thing I can tell you is to taste it. It is really important that this chimichurri is right for you. So if it's too acidic, add a little bit more oil. If it's too rich and oily, add more vinegar. Season of salt and pepper. Get it right for your taste buds, not mine. So now your chimichurri is ready, put it to one side, clear down, and we are ready to look at the salmon. Now, I have bought a 600 gram piece here. It is from the tail end, so it's slightly cheaper, but it's all in one piece, which means I can cut it into portions. So take the salmon and just trim off any of the excess white sinews or fats that might still be left on there. Now, some fishmongers and supermarkets will descale it already and some don't. You need to check. So take your knife and use it horizontally and push along the fish one way then the other and see if it pushes the scales up. If it does, keep doing that until you've removed all the scales and then wash it really carefully. Get rid of them all because you do not want scales on your fish, and then dry it. It is really important, if not as important as washing it, is to dry it. Because we're going to cook it in a non-stick grill pan, and if that fish is wet, it won't crisp up. Now the fish is dry, get your grill pan preheated. Get it on nice and hot. I'm using MasterClass cast aluminium large non-stick grill pan. Once you've cut those little cuts into the skin, now this does a couple of things, okay? What it does is it helps crisp the skin up, which is delicious. It also helps flavour get into the centre of the fish, okay? And it also lets heat in, so it cooks slightly quicker. Cut it into portions, drizzle it with olive oil on both sides, and then season it with salt and pepper. Now lay the fish skin side down into the grill pan and lay it away from you. That means if any oil splashes, it goes away from you, not towards you. Let the fish cook for about 4 to 5 minutes on the skin side, okay? And you will see it go from a darker pink to a lighter pink. So you can see it cooking. Once the skin is nice and crispy, turn it over and cook it for another minute and then turn the heat off. The residual heat will finish cooking that salmon while you get your plates, give everyone a shout, tell them dinner's ready. By then, the salmon will be perfectly cooked. I'm serving my salmon with the chimichurri and a wedge of lime because I absolutely love lemons or limes over my fish. It is just the perfect combination. Now, if you want the recipe, go to kitchencraft.co.uk and you will find it there, along with loads of other recipes and ideas for you to cook at home.